Yes, you read that right. I am going on a break. Don't worry though, there will still be videos, just not as many. I've decided to basically reduce the upload frequency a little bit, mostly because I am going on a break, but also because I kind of want to have time to do other things, but we'll get to that later. So how's our little channel doing? We've just passed 1 million views. 1 million times someone thought, well, that's kind of worth watching, and only about 900,000 times where they were severely disappointed after clicking on a video. I still think that's a net gain, honestly. The channel just surpassed 30,000 subscribers, so technically in log space we're already halfway to 100,000. It's only a matter of time. And I think I've said this in the last update, but this is just absolutely overwhelming how many people are interested in machine learning research and topics related to it. So that's pretty cool and encouraging. Thank you everyone who has already subscribed, and especially the people that leave comments, the people that share the videos. This means a lot and I think it's awesome. And it's quite motivating to continue doing this, honestly. I'm having lots of fun. Along with that, I've gained almost 5,000 Twitter followers. I think more than 5,000 Twitter followers, which is strange because Twitter is weird, but you know. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I wonder if all of those are subscribed to the channel. In any case, I just want to highlight again that the community around machine learning research is in the absolute largest part a very, very positive community. You people are absolutely great. The comment sections are just so much better than anything else on the entire internet, including paper reviews at major conferences. Really, this is a half joke that the comment section is better than the reviews on papers, but it is actually very often true. People are discussing ideas in the comments that are valuable and creative and asking interesting questions and helping each other out. And that also counts for our Discord server. So if you're not on our Discord server, we do have one. There is a channel for beginners question. There's a channel for discussing the videos that are on the YouTube channel, and people are generally very, very helpful there. It's a vibrant community, and I can only recommend that if you're looking to contribute to the community and be part of it, it's a great place. That being said, I'm also on a number of other platforms, such as LinkedIn. I finally made a LinkedIn account. I was always kind of skeptic. I don't know how LinkedIn works. Like, what is the difference between follow and connect? And then people like write little messages while connecting, and it says like, I'd love to connect, but then you accept them and then that message pops up and then it's saying I'd love to connect, but you've already connected at that point. This is weird. Like, how does LinkedIn work? Someone tell me. What is it for? Like, I get it. It's like professional social networking, but it's just, it seems weird to me, okay? But there is an entire community there, and I do post my videos there. I'm not like super active on LinkedIn, I have to say that. I'm also on BitChute, Minds, Parler. So the reason why I'm mentioning these things is that with recent developments, especially around this Yann LeCun video, there were some developments that potentially threaten the existence of this channel, and I don't want to make it a single point of failure. So I would appreciate it if you follow me on at least one other thing, at least one other point of contact, so that in the case that something might happen, which is unlikely, but, you know, I still have a way of distributing this content. All the links are in the video description. I'd love to see you there, wherever. So with respect to the Yann LeCun situation, he has left Twitter now, de facto, and people wanted me to kind of make a follow-up video, asked me about it, but I feel, you know, I have nothing more substantial to say, and just to make a video for video's sake is not really a thing I want to go into. It's kind of sad, but these kind of news and drama videos, they do get a lot of attention. Not like outrageous, but they do get. I want to keep this channel mostly about the machine learning research, and I only want to make videos when I really do have some information to add. You know, Jan Lecan is an adult and he's able to make his decisions of whether he wants to leave Twitter or not. It's probably for the better for his mental health. So with respect to the drama videos, I always kind of say that I'll pull you in with the drama and then before you know it, I educate you. Ha! Checkmate. So that's how this works and how we ultimately end up with many more machine learners than originally wanted to be. We gotcha. So in other news, Flatland. Round 1 of Flatland has officially started. And I've previously made a video about Flatland. It is a NeurIPS challenge. It is a challenge where you have to route trains around a 2D map, and I wanted to make this kind of a community project where we do research together, hopefully do something with machine learning, with reinforcement learning to tackle this problem and to crush the challenge. And this is looking extremely good. So on our Discord server, there is a core group of people that is really engaged, and this is one of the reasons why I kind of want to reduce my upload frequency, because I want to have time to participate more in these community efforts. I really want to have time to do more myself in the Flatland research group that we have. We do open research. Anyone is welcome. You're still very welcome. Join our Discord server and join us and contribute to the code. There is a core group right now that is really pushing forward. So just to highlight a few of them, there is Novik, Edward Durek, Dolash, Frostbite, China CEO, trademarked, AI Adrian, and I'm Peter. And I forgot Nuber Ponage. I'm so sorry, Nuber Ponage. You're beautiful. These people are helping each other reach more and better performance, profiling code, implementing parts from other papers, and it's just great to see that people can collaborate on this, even though it's technically a competition. But, you know, I guess we're competing against nature. Now, for anyone I haven't mentioned here, I'm very, very sorry. Any list of names is always prone to leave people out. I do not want to diminish your impact. So right now, this DQN algorithm is able to reach about a 95% success rate with 3 to 5 agents on the map, so 3 to 5 trains. But round 1 has just started, and we see that some of these environments have many, many more agents in them. So there's still a lot of work to do. So we need you to come and contribute and join the fun. It is fun. And as I said, I will be working on this myself more as well, because it's fun. So again, big shout out to anyone on Discord that has contributed in any way. This is just awesome. We've just had recently our first Flatland town hall with entirely community generated content. So these people came together and basically joined in making one PowerPoint presentation and then presented to each other their knowledge of the environment. And amazingly, we also had the Flatland organizers come in and tell us their perspective about the challenge, the environment, and what's challenging and what's changed and so on. This was just unprecedented for me, the amount of contributions there. The first town hall is available if you join Discord. It's linked there, it's recorded, you can still see it, and as I said, there's still plenty of time to join the competition together with us. Okay, next thing, you've probably seen the SpineNet video, and the thumbnail there was excessively beautiful. So the story behind it is, on the Discord server, I've asked people to help me with this thumbnail, which was originally rather boring, and I just kind of wanted to know which subtitle I should put there. And then one of the Discord members, Lucas Ferreira, just gone ahead and drawn up this very beautiful image of a SpineNet robot that has the SpineNet as a spine. And this kind of stuff is just awesome. So again, big shout out to Lucas Ferreira and the absolutely amazing thumbnail that this has generated. And also the contributions to anyone that comes on the Discord server and into the beginners question channel, asks some question, and usually gets some form of help. Now that being said, please don't just come and we'll solve your problem. Like, try to search for a solution before going into that group of very well-meaning people, because, you know, if too many people just expect them to solve their problems, it won't be as well-meaning anymore in the future. Okay, so how does this channel go forward? I want to make the content a bit more diverse and kind of branch out, and as I already said, the upload frequency will be sort of lower after my break and also during my break, but I have some ideas of how to generate kind of more interesting content or different content. So here are my ideas, and this is a list, and please tell me what you think of it. And you can do this at this video, and you can do this at any point. You can give feedback about what kind of videos you like, what kind of style of videos you like, anything really. I'm happy to listen to people and incorporate all the feedback that I can. So I want to do some more channel updates, maybe more frequently, maybe once every 2-3 weeks, just to let you know what's going on, kind of what's going on with the channel, what's going on with the community. This should be fun. So another idea I had is to look at kind of historical papers, and I think I got the idea from a comment in my comment section, so shout out to whoever lifted me to that. It's a great idea to basically go back to historical papers and just kind of see what people back then knew and didn't know and predicted and were right about. And especially I wonder what kind of choices did they make that survive until this day, kind of arbitrary choices that someone made in some paper that just stuck around. It's interesting to see, and there will be a series of kind of classical papers that I will extend from time to time, and I hope you enjoy that. I also want to do a bit of live coding videos. Lots of people have requested that. I'm not the best coder in the world, but I have done my fair share of machine learning research, hands-on. I have lots of more stupid ideas that might or might not work out, and I'm very happy to implement them live. Then next thing, I want to branch out in topics, maybe more exotic things. Causality is a big thing, quantum machine learning, whatnot, more practical applications, robotics control, also fairness. A lot of people, especially after the Yann LeCun video, asked me to look more into the fairness literature. I am naturally very interested in that and approach it from kind of a technical but also a societal standpoint. Throughout all of that, I would like to include the community more, so you. I don't really know how to do that properly yet, so here's the first thing that I'm going to include: you. If you have a good idea of how to do more community inclusion in the channel's content, please tell me, because I think the community has lots of stuff to give, and it would be a shame if it were only me always doing all the things where other people would be much better at it. Okay, the last question on this is a question that I get very often, and that is, how do I select papers? And there seems to be a misconception in this. So let me tell you. I select papers by what interests me, and that alone. If I make a video about a paper, it means that I found it interesting enough to read it, and I found it interesting enough to make a video about it. Now, this can be accelerated by sending me appropriate amounts of protein and carbohydrates, but generally me making a video is not an endorsement of a paper. It doesn't mean that this paper is the most important paper or influential. It doesn't mean anything beyond I find it interesting. If I ever get sponsor deals, I'll let you know that a video is sponsored, and that's that. I will not change how I select papers. I will not go by some kind of impact. I would like to branch out my content. I see the danger in only kind of covering what the big companies do, but honestly, they do a lot of interesting stuff. They do a lot of stuff, and I'm constantly looking at research that's kind of outside the box. Whatever's interesting, you know, that's what it's gonna be. I will not start going by some impact factor, and I will not start politicizing my paper review selection anytime soon. You know, I've already had multiple people, high-profile people, come to me and say, well, with your platform, couldn't you once a week take a paper where the first author is an underrepresented minority and review that? And you know, I appreciate the sentiment behind it, and I see where it comes from, but if you consider the practical implications of something like this, like I'd have to, you know, go through papers, Google the first author, kind of try to find a talk or a picture of them, and estimate whether the melanin content in their skin is high enough for this to qualify now, and something like this. And just the thought of this, how someone could do something like this and not start to vomit, is just beyond me. I don't know what to say other than that. So let me say this: if your thinking leads you to a place where it's necessary to treat people differently based on the color of their skin, you're wrong. Like, that's my opinion, but you're wrong. The answer to bias cannot consist of more bias. And that's that. I do not care how the person that wrote a paper looks like. If your paper's on this channel, it means your work was interesting to me. And I hope that can be my contribution to making the community more fair and just. Okay, last thing. Lots of people have asked me if I had a Patreon or something like this, and I've sort of resisted that kind of stuff until now, mainly because I knew that the day would come when I reduce my upload frequency, and I didn't want to kind of trick people into thinking that I was going to continue this forever. Again, financial support is not my main goal here, and it is completely, absolutely, and utterly voluntary. And so I just want to have that out there. So I have made a Patreon page. I do have some reservation with respect to Patreon because of free speech issues and so on. So I've also made a Subscribe Star page. Both are equal, both have equal tiers. All the tiers are equal. There's no option where you could just put an amount, which I would like. So I just tried to make a bunch of tiers. All of them are equal. So I had to ask myself, what do I give as a benefit? Because I don't want someone to have to pay for like extra content, because the entire goal of this channel is to educate people, including people that don't have money to go to good universities, that might live in other parts of the world where education is not as available, where resources are not as available. To give extra content to people that pay seems to be... So I thought, okay, what I could give to the people that do support me on these pages is you will get a PDF of my scribbled OneNote document of the papers that I review. I mean, it's not very helpful because I mostly scribble, and it's going to be like subdividing the pages weirdly. Maybe it has more of a symbolic value, and if you're really into that, you know, at least there's something. I've also made a bunch of crypto wallets, so if you'd rather want to use that to support me, you are welcome to do so. All the links are in the description of the video. Again, financial support, very, very, very optional and very voluntary. Though, of course, I do thank anyone that does. I am also going to experiment with ads on the videos, and as creators we have kind of different options of which ads are displayed and how often and so on. I find mid-video ads annoying, I find non-skippable ads annoying, and so on. I'm really counting on you here to give me feedback after various videos of how much the ads annoy you, which ones annoy you, which ones don't. I'm really counting on you, okay? Okay, last thing, I am planning on a line of merch, mainly because I think it's funny, but I don't know if that's gonna work out, but you know, maybe. If you have fun t-shirt ideas or so, just let me know. Alright, that was the update. As I said, I probably won't be reading comments too much, but I will catch up after the break, and I hope you continue enjoying this channel even with kind of the lower upload frequency and the new types of content that come in. If you do have suggestions for new exotic content that vaguely has to do with machine learning or not, let me know. Let me know what you think of anything I said, and I wish you an awesome summer, and I hope to see you here anytime. Ciao.